Hello, it is me, Zephyr again, and I thought it'd been far too long since I've done a video on Warframe, and I just wanted to go over my thoughts about Warframe, especially recently considering Black Desert just came out, and while originally I had no interest in playing that game, someone actually bought me the game, so I'm now playing that too. And it's a nice alternative to Dragon's Prophet. But while I was playing the game, a few things resonated with me, and those things were the cash shop and Warframe's free-to-play model, and how basically I feel about the both of them. It's like comparing apples and oranges, but just let me share my opinion here. And obviously, an opinion is an opinion, it's not like fact or anything, and I mean, if there's a problem with your opinion being different from mine for whatever reason, then just sit up and deal with it for a bit. So, the Warframe community, one big thing about the Warframe game is that I'm not a big player of first-person shooters or third-person shooters, or I'm not really into these games with heroes and, like, characters, sort of like League, Overwatch, those sort of games. Those games are very competitive. Warframe is not competitive in the sense that it's not very emphasized on player versus player. It's very much a PvE game with PvP on the side. It did used to have dark sectors. I never really participated in those. I may have done like a rail thing once or twice. I don't really know what I was doing. I know there were Sentinel mods dropping, but I honestly didn't know what was going on. They've been disabled for quite some time. The only other thing we have now is the Conclave, and from that you can get some various important rewards. You get a Ciandana that shines brighter with each daily mission you complete, and you get some unique skins for your weapons. So it's not very PvP focused at all. The PvP though is very good. I do enjoy playing it with friends. I don't really enjoy too much public games because of ping, and because I'm a terrible player at PvP, it's not too great going up against people that aren't at your skill level. So, yeah, it's a very strange experience to be playing Warframe and not being a huge fan of shooters. So, Warframe feels like the kind of game for me that it's got a lot of customization, and it's not like you're really dealing with, like, human characters aside, certain spoilers, but there are a few shooters that I did enjoy, and those were Unreal 2 Awakening, and No One Lives Forever 2, which No One Lives Forever 2 is probably more like an espionage game than a shooter. I usually like, if I end up liking a shooter, which is very, very rare, I can count on my hand how many shooters I actually play. The reason why No One Lives Forever 2 and Unreal were some of my favorites of the bunch was because they were different. And Warframe pretty much feels the same, right down to everything. The lobbying system is different from any game I've played. The fact that you can get into a group really easy. Looking at you, Destiny, not being able to get in a group at all. And then there's also the fact that it has some really good community managers. They actually put some of their investment in the community management, and I cannot stress how important community managers are in video games, on online video games, because it keeps people engaged, it keeps players interested in the game. It makes the game look like it should be, it makes the game look like it's exciting. It gives a reason for people to talk about the game. And honestly, the fact that Warframe streams every week, and the fact that they do dev streams, and the fact that they're very in touch with the player base, is one of the reasons why this game does so well. And not only that, the payment model for this game is fantastic as well. Now, I was comparing this to Black Desert, which is a buy-to-play game in the North America and European regions, and the difference is kind of phenomenal. I mean, again, it's like comparing apples and oranges, but Warframe's a free-to-play game. I mean, Platinum is fairly expensive, but all the weapons and the Warframes on the store, you can just get all those in-game. It's also the same with things like Former. And same with the ships. Like, I could buy that ship, it's cool. It's not my favorite ship. But it's the matter of you can get it in-game. And it's not that difficult to get. Just spend a few hours doing it. I believe the Zephyr you need to do sabotage missions. The only thing that I'm aware that costs platinum or money is the Prime Access, which is a few little cosmetics, just a few, that look different from what's in game. And Prime Access are fairly pricey, but in the end, the game is a free-to-play and it has to be funded somehow. Same with like the general XP boosters and stuff. I'm gonna go over this. I think several like people on YouTube have already mentioned this stuff before, but when it comes to people arguing over what's pay to win and what isn't, it's really just an opinion, but pay to convenience isn't pay to win. I don't think you can ever win at an MMO. Like, what is winning in an MMO? Is it getting to level 30 on every Warframe? Is it hitting MR21? In Black Desert, is it hitting level 56 so you can use your Awakening? Most of those things you can get in-game anyway. So, I don't really know what the problem is. This is the thing. Like, I do have some issues with the bizarre overpricing of the Black Desert cash shop in terms of cosmetics. And a lot of people aren't really... some people are complaining just that they think they should be character-wide, and some people are thinking that the boosters on the equipment is overpowered. The difference in that is like, what was it, like XP plus 10% on the there's like a Karlstein set or something, I don't remember what it's called. And then there's a gathering bonus on the camo, the Treant costume set, and it's only one level. It's like if you're in a guild specifically designed for gathering, or you have a gathering costume, which you can get in game. The gathering costume in the game is better than the bloody camo that you buy on the marketplace. It's a small convenience. It's also the thing with the XP boost, the 10% XP boost on the costume as well. It's like, it's 10%. It's not really gonna do you a whole load of favors. It's like when you go on to the loyalty shop, you see a 50% XP booster. It's 300. 3 days of playing for an hour XP booster that's 50%. That's better than that. But really, at the end of the day, I think the pay-to-win argument is really dumb, because paying to win is like, when do you win an online game? When do you beat an online game? They update them all the time. That's one of my hopes for Black Desert, is that they actually update it regularly, because it's a great game, but I think it could benefit a lot from regular updates like Warframe. And right now, I know the games are like very, very different, but community-wise and how things are being dealt with, Warframe's kind of kicking ass. I mean, it's had some more time to sit in the oven. It's been around for about nearly 3 years now. They have the 3rd anniversary soon with the Dex. And honestly, in my opinion, if more online games, I'm not talking about just Black Desert, if more online games kind of saw what Warframe was doing, like giving out keys to websites for tiny things for free, rile up some interest, update regularly, give players an idea what you're working on, that would be fantastic. I mean, I know most companies are publishers, they're not developers, but even for developers that aren't English, they should at least be able to tease things and say, oh, guys, you better be playing our game because this is coming in soon. So, yeah, that's really my 2 cents on how I feel about Warframe and why I enjoy playing it. And, it's quite... at the end of the day, it's a really strange feeling because Warframe feels like a game I shouldn't be playing, and yet I am playing it. I mostly blame Kale because she also bought me the Black Desert game as well. She persuaded me to get into Warframe during my flight of playing Dragon's Prophet, and I thought this would just be a good topic to come up with. I don't really want to extend it further beyond that. I just felt like it's been a while since I've really talked about anything, and I wanted to make sure that when I do make a video about me talking about stuff, that it was something worthwhile, and maybe it helped you a bit, maybe it didn't, but at the end of the day, it's my thoughts. You can like or dislike the video, I really don't mind. It gets it out there anyway, and you have a good one.